Hey guys, and welcome to game number 45 out of 100 of my rematch series against the AI-powered Scrabble Bot BestBot. We have been slowly clawing our way back. We are finally within 8 games of BestBot. 18 and 26 is the record through the first 44. Hoping to close out the final 5 games of the first half of the series strong and to get as close as I can as we head into the second half of the series, where hopefully my comeback will continue. BestBot is going to be first today, and I have a interesting rack here. Blank and a Z. Highly doubt I have a bingo with IIU. Bot opens with Vibe. That does take a D now. For Vibed. I don't have a whole lot of options here. I can't imagine there's anything worth burning the blank for. Yeah, I mean, something like Zooid is just not nearly enough. I mean, am I supposed to play, like, Dewey? That looks insane, especially without a T. IOZ blank is pretty solid. Biz looks really bad also without an E for buys. There's no good Z setup here without an A, I can't imagine. Wow, this is already a tough turn to start. I feel like I gotta get rid of the U or the Z. ZU is pretty bad together. I could also just play Iodize, I guess, for 18. Maybe that's the way to go. Just play Iodize and keep U blank. It feels a little weird to blow up this rack. I don't know. I just don't think I like Dewey. I mean, it sets up a lot of things I don't have. It sets up a Q and an X bomb for 50 or 60 points. It sets up a Do It hook that I don't have. I mean, IOZ blank is not that great. I think I would just as soon play Iodize. I don't know. It's kind of weird to get rid of the Z for 18 points, but it's also early. I have a blank. I'd rather try to bingo. I don't know. Very questionable turn, but I'm going to play this. Okay. Should be something here. Algias. The blank O. Doesn't look like it's going to play at the moment. That's not going to help it play. I could also spell Algias with 2 U's, but that's not going to help me here either. So probably no bingos on this turn, if I am not mistaken. In which case, getting rid of GUY or something along those lines looks ideal. Though it might not be all that easy to do. Guava doesn't work. Yeah, it's going to be another tricky turn without a whole lot of clear options. I mean, even something like Seiji I don't think is crazy. 29. It's less here, yeah. Again, it just doesn't feel right, but what else am I supposed to do? Yuga doesn't go anywhere. I mean, guys? For 10? Really? I mean, that just doesn't seem particularly good. Ivy for 14? Buy for 9? I don't know. I mean, Seiji is 20 more points. Especially when I have a blank, the S loses a little bit of its value. It looks so wrong, but I mean, my options without playing the S are just so bad that I kind of think I should do it. I feel like it's better than guys. I mean, it's 19 more points. Yeah, it looks so wrong. That's the thing. It really looks awful. But I am simply not finding anything better. So in the interest of time, I am going to play that. I also don't mind keeping the board a little bit tight when I have the blank. I'd rather try to have BestBot open and then I can pounce, rather than if I make an opening. I don't know what BestBot has, right? Just because I have a blank doesn't mean BestBot doesn't also have a good rack. Could just be given back a lot to the bot. It's always better if you have first crack at an opening as opposed to your opponent. But yeah, 2 very tricky turns there to start off for me. And turns I don't feel all that confident I played correctly, but I have no idea what I was supposed to do on either of them. Bog by BestBot. I still don't think I have a bingo. Thief doesn't work. I mean, now what? Just do I play? I don't know if I want to risk this. Nah, that seems foolhardy. 2 S's still left. I think I'm better off just playing it a little safer and doing that. The I is not particularly good. Another tricky turn. Yeah, I'm burning a lot of time here, but these are some tough turns. It's important to get these right, though. I want to start off the game well. Thankfully, the bot hasn't been doing anything all that exciting on its end of the board either, so I'm not really down, which is good, despite some challenging turns. I mean, I think it's either a high or right? Like, what else am I going to do? Etui? I'm not going to play Etui for 10 here. I don't want to just give back free scoring spots. Yeah, just another turn where it feels like there's got to be something better than I mean, high is definitely better on static, but I don't think I want to create that hook. Yeah, there's also tons of A's and I's left. Like, I have the blank, but I don't have a hook. And unless I bingo, I'm not going to want to use it. And there's far from a guarantee I'm going to bingo there. Yeah, I think as the play. It's not very inspiring, but I don't know what else to do. I draw EK. Still probably not going to be bingoing, I would guess. It's like an R or an S for Kiretsu. Weird game so far. Not in the right spot, unfortunately. Nothing through the N, I don't think. I'm getting tired of having this blank and not bingoing. I will say that much. I might just play Uke for 16 here. Keep EIT blank. Surely I'll bingo my next turn, especially with that N open. I don't see anything else that looks particularly good here, so I'm going to go ahead and play that. Get it. X. Oh, I have a fun word to this E. I have ectexine. Play a real K and then use a blank K. That's always funny. Fortunately, I blocked my G for telexing or exerting. 16 with a blank S, it's worth mentioning, is on the rack. I don't think that's going to play. Anything through the I? Don't believe so. I don't actually see anything other than the text sign right now. There's probably something else, right? Well, at least that text sign will play. To the R? There's got to be something to the R. Interrex, intersects, dextrine? Maybe not. Exertion, exerting? Inexpert? Almost, but no. Huh. Maybe it's just a text sign. That would actually be pretty cool. Only bingo with a blank K of all things. Oh, there's Euxenite as well. Score base. They score the same. In terms of defensive merit, Euxenite might actually be a little bit. No, that gives back big overlaps with the X. I think text sign is a little better. Yeah, the bot needs an O to overlap on top. It's not that easy to hit big. I think a text sign is fine over Euxenite. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Okay. I've seen worse post-bingo draws. Don't believe I have a bingo here, but I can definitely work with this. Still plenty of firepower left. Blank and an S. Q. Okay, feudal. Watch out for feudalism or feudalist. Almost have that. Could potentially be worth burning an S4, especially feudalism, if I were to get that. All right, cuspid plus an A. Score is pretty even, up about a tempo. I feel like playing here is going to be the right idea, but it's actually not all that easy to do. I don't really want to play. Yeah, I mean, what can I even do here? Like, up is pretty bad. I don't want to burn my S with Upus. I can't get rid of my U unless I play. I don't even know how to get rid of my U there. Because I can't play PUD or something because of EP. It's, yeah, DAP is IUCS, 4 eyes left. That's not that good. Huh. Another tricky rack. I feel like I just had not like bad tiles or anything, just tough turns here without any sort of stained out plays. Something with vibed? Not really. Huh. So this Y maybe? Acid? This U is shockingly annoying to dispose of here. So it seems. Something through the E maybe? Don't see a whole lot. I still have no idea what I'm going to play here, guys. Like, I just have not found any plays that I like at all. Would it be crazy to just blow up the rack and play Cupids for 31? Probably, right? I mean, there's only one more S with buys there. It seems a little bit overreactive, I have to imagine. Maybe it's not, but it's also a slightly val-heavy pool. Yeah, I don't think that's right. That just does not seem necessary. I truly don't know what the best play is here. Like I said, it's shockingly annoying to get rid of my U, and I really want to get rid of my U. I mean, do I just play up? That really doesn't look good. Do I play DAP keeping IUCS? That doesn't look good either. I mean, I think I like Cupids better than up. It's still 15 more points. I have no idea. It does feel like not a great use of the S. But if it's 15 more points than my next best option, it's probably worth it. I mean, again, the thing is with the S, right? It's not like 31 points is not enough for the S. It's all about what your next best play is. It's all relative. I mean, I could play DAP and keep the S, but IUCS is just not all that good at all. Yeah, I kind of think I'm going to play Cupids. I just cannot find any other option I like at all. I don't know. I'm going to do it. And that is the risk. Val City. Although I have a nice play. I can play Zoea for 25, getting rid of 3 vowels. I also have Sika for 30. So this is not good, but I'll have options, which is always a good thing. I'm very curious to see how much I missed in these last couple of turns. Because, I mean, there have been 3 turns now where I felt like I've made a play that surely is not correct, but I just can't find anything else. I don't see anything through the X. I think I'm just going to play Zoe. Nice to have a relatively easy turn at least here. Hopefully I get some consonants. I get 1, emaciate with a T. Probably not going to happen, although there are 5 T's, so it's certainly possible. I would just have to get one in a spot where I could use it. The pool is now starting to look more balanced to even slightly consonant heavy from my perspective, given all of the vowels that I've drawn the last couple of turns. The pool is pretty good. Lincoln and S. The Q is the one thing you really want to avoid. Alright, Imid is a nice play, and the bot does take the lead. Dace looks really strong. 29. AEIM is a pretty good leave now. I mean, look how many R's and T's there are in that pool, guys. I've got a floating M, or floating N rather, on the bottom. Yeah, AMIE is actually fantastic drawing into this pool. I think Dace, unless there's just some crazy play I'm missing, I think this has to be good. 29, like I said, this is actually a really good leave drawing into this pool. I like it a lot. I'm doing it. Dodge the R's. Still 5 R's and 4 T's left. That could make things interesting, to say the least, later on in this one. I could see just dropping OH. I mean, that's 28 points. That's a lot for those 2 letters. And again, with all those R's, And the bot does keep scoring. I'm actually not up anymore, so I should keep that in mind. I don't want to start playing too much defense. OH still looks good. I mean, AEIMT with a floating M in that pool looks really strong. Do I have anything through this P, though, that scores well that's worth playing? Turnovers is probably not a bad thing. The S is gone. And now it's really about the blank and the Q. There's one really good tile and one really bad tile. Yeah, I think I have a really good bingo rack, and I should play for that, given how many R's are left. I think OH looks great here. Yeah, I mean, I think this has to be the right play. There is one option. I could play... This is a lot of points. I could play Hamate for 38. I just saw that. That is absolutely worth considering. 38 is 10 more than 28. IO is a lot weaker than AEIMT. I think I like O. I mean, there is a blank, but aside from the blank now, this pool is actually not all that good for IO. I mean, with all those R's, I could really end up with Drek. Yeah, I think I should play OH and gun for a bingo. The bot certainly might not have the blank after Lost. It might not have a good rack. I'd rather try to get a bingo here and really take control of this one. This leave is just so much more stable than IO drawing into that pool. Like, it's important to recognize with this pool, guys, yes, there is a blank, but there's also a lot of garbage if I draw 5 tiles. It's hard to have that bad a rack if I keep this, especially if I can dodge the Q, which I have a much better chance of doing if I play 2 versus 5. Yeah, as much as I want to play Hamate, I think this is the play. Not really what I wanted there. TW. Where are the R's? I mean, if I don't get an R sooner or later, that actually might not be a bad thing, because BestBot might have, like, 4 R's. Which, if BestBot has 4 R's, that's actually a very good thing for me, because... Alright, gets down Laborer. Now I might want to try to play for a Q stick of sorts. Am I down 50? This is tricky. I could still see, though, fishing off, like, WT somewhere. Or maybe I play, like, is Wit crazy? Instead of Twit? It doesn't really do all that much. Yeah, I don't know if I can really stick it. I mean, it's going to have Cot and stuff through the A and Capon, Cheetah, the I, and Vibe. It's going to be tough to stick it. Can I win without bingoing? That's an interesting question. Maybe? Feels tough. But it might be possible. 50 is going to be a lot to come back from, though. I also want to at least make sure if I do bingo that I win. So I think scoring a bit makes sense. I just don't see a way to score more than like 20 or so. And I don't know, even if the bot gets the Q, I don't think there's enough scoring potential on this board to come back very easily without a bingo. So I don't really mind Wit too much. And the thing is, it's actually kind of hard to end in a T with that pool, especially with no S's. So I'm not sure how much it really helps me. That's the one drawback. It hit bingos down column B, but they're going to give back a lot. I don't really want a bingo there. I'd much rather bingo somewhere else. You know what else I could try? It's risky. I could play this and hope the bot doesn't have the F for ARF, then try to play ARM. But the problem is I still don't think it's enough, because like I'm still down 30. It's not like playing ARM and Might is going to score a ton. It's going to be 35, and the bot's going to get 2 more turns. I still think I lose. I think I have to bingo here, guys. I really do. I mean, I just don't see myself outscoring in this endgame. Like, the pool is not good enough that I can score a lot, and the pool is not bad enough that the bot's going to have major headaches, I don't think, most of the time. Like, is it conceivable if the bot has a bad enough rack? Yeah, but it's extremely unlikely. So, yeah, I'm kind of coming back to wit now. There's just not a great way to play off WT. And at least I do open some sort of threat that the bot might have to worry about. I have a bailout of cod if I draw the Q. Although might be too late for that. I don't know. I just don't see any better options than playing this, honestly. I really just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Another T. Still can't buy an R. Alright, and now I'm going to have to try to get creative here. I have 3 minutes to try to come up with a fish. Almost like militate or something. Laminate. What if I fish for laminate element? If I draw an N, I can probably win. Yeah, I mean, if I draw an N, I've got element down the B column, down the C column. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then I've also got laminate. I can't imagine all of those can be blocked. I mean, if I draw an, I guess could like Entera block all of them? Is that possible? But then it's probably Q stuck, and I might be able to pull it off. Right? Yeah, I think then it's Q stuck. Yeah, that would actually block all my bingos. That's interesting. Alright, so I could play... I could fish for Mantelet and Twit, but that's going to be pretty blockable. I don't see a way to play off an I and open another line. Playing off an M? I don't think so. Yeah, I think playing off a T has to be the play here. If I do hit laminate, I mean, I think the bot then has to play enter. I don't think anything else blocks everything. I think I can probably... Oh, but then it's going to have 2 Q spots. It's going to have iodizes and vibes. Shoot, then I do lose. I don't think enter gives me anything because line mate, melanite are not going to fit. That's actually extremely annoying. So, maybe I block Antera, but then I can probably block both elements if it plays with Twit, right? That's the problem. How do I get out of this? And there's just no way to Q-stick it, huh? Wow. Shoot, I'm getting out of time, too. Is there just no way to win? Yeah, maybe there just isn't. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss here, guys. I don't know what to say. I think I can just block all of my bingos if I fish off a T, but I don't have any better ideas, so for better or worse, I am going to do it. I'll play here. I got the N, but yeah, I think Entera just wins. Right? I mean... Yeah, because line mate, melanite are not going to fit. I guess I shouldn't have put the T there so I could play the M for arm. But it doesn't really matter too much. Wasn't going to be enough anyway. Wow. There was just no way to fish there, huh? just find that so hard to believe. That is wild. I mean, I think the bot can just block whatever I fish for. I think there was no win. Assuming optimal play from BestBot. I'm a little surprised the bot's thinking this much. Am I missing something? I mean, nothing plays, surely, right? That I'm missing. Anti-mail laminate. I mean, after enter, it's going to be line mate melanite. Neither of those are going to fit. There's nothing to a T. I think enter a... I think it's the only win. I would be... Oh, that too. Alright, shoot. I flagged. Alright. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't going to matter. I go out with Lint and get a few more, but... Okay, yeah, Rent as well blocks everything. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, was there a fish that... I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, this just... Does this actually ever win? I don't think so, right? I didn't think about trying to win without a bingo here, but that can't win. I'm still down... Maybe it does? Down 24? Nah, there's no way. Because the bot's going to have... Well, if I draw the Q, forget it. If the bot has the Q, I mean, it can still play, like, Cot. It's going to be up still, like, 35. I'm going to need 20 points at least with, like, TEAN or something. I don't think so. It's worth looking at, but I'm going to put this into Macondo, guys, and see if there was anything I can do here to give myself a chance, but I am feeling like there wasn't. Be right back. Alright, guys, so breaking news from Macondo. I screwed up. There is one play here that gives myself a chance to not lose. And I say not lose instead of win because I can't win, but I can tie. If I play Metal in the bottom right corner, I will tie if I draw an N, which it turns out I do. It is super, super hard to see. After this, if I draw an N, BestBot will respond with Cot through the A and K pawn for 14, which I think it's Q. With INT, I would need to go out for 27 points to tie. That sounds like a lot, but I can play Nitwit in the bottom left corner to the wit, extending it to the triple for 27, and that's a tie. Absolutely sick. I don't feel too bad about not seeing that. It's, yeah, I think it's easy here to just tunnel on bingoing, especially because I can bingo in so many different spots. It's just unfortunate that BestBot is able to block all of them at the same time. But yeah, that's super tough to see Metal followed by Nitwit. Wow. I wish I'd seen it, and it turns out I would have gotten a tie if I had in this particular game, if I had, since I did draw one of the two ends. But yeah, super tough here to think you can come back here with all one-pointers, even if the bot has the Q. Goodness. That is super tough stuff. But yeah, as it turns out, the bot blocks without too much difficulty, and I'm lost in the endgame. Wow, crazy pre-endgame there. Wit to Nitwit. I definitely did not come close to seeing that. But, alright, let's take a look at the rest of this game, because there were some tricky turns. The bot opens with Vibe, seems good. Static Levs Dewey, wow. By a lot. I feel like everybody, whether it's Static or other players, tend to like keeping the Z early more than I do. In this case, maybe it would have worked out better, but I don't know. I probably dislike the Z the most of any top-ranked Scrabble player, early in the game at least. Like, I just love bingoing, especially when I have the blank. And Dewey is particularly bad positionally, because it sets up so many things I don't have. IOZ, it's just not that good. I'm okay with Iodize here, honestly, if there's just no other good option. Yeah, and then this turn, I mean, okay, I don't feel too bad about this now. Seiji is best on Static by a bit. Like, I don't think it's worth it to play Guys for 19 less. There is some upside in opening the triple-triple. If I had an N, I could see this more easily, but I don't know. With AIS blank, I'm not really that likely to hit the G. I can't imagine. I think Seiji is reasonable here. Be Grown does not fit. All right. And there's just nothing else here, really, either. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these plays are also unsatisfying. This can't be right. I mean, with all those A's and I's and still two S's left, this does not feel necessary. I think E is fine. Nervy, all right. Uke looks good here. No, actually playing pretty well. I didn't feel like I was playing well, but I kind of am. Okay, I saw both bingos here. Euxenite and Ectexine. I think Ectexine is fine. Does not allow easy 30, 40 point X overlaps. Feudal. Oh yeah, Needful takes an S. That is definitely the reason why the bot didn't play this. Alright, that makes total sense. Wow, there's just nothing here either. Maybe Capsid? That might be better. It does keep the U, but not putting the C here is nice. That's a pretty cheap scoring spot, especially if the bot has the H. Bot could score from the D, but not as easily. Yeah, Capsid might be slightly better than Cupid's, but, I mean, there's just... I had so many turns this game where there were just no good plays. Wow, I can't believe Cupid's for 31 is best here on static. Yeah, Cupid's and Sagey just feel like such weird uses of the S, but I think they're fine. I feel like the biggest takeaway from the early to midpoint stage of this game, guys, if nothing else, is with the S, right? I hear a lot, you know, whether at tournaments or in my lessons, I hear a lot like, oh, it's 20-something points. It's not enough to use the S. The thing with an S, right, and this is super important. It's subtle, but it's important. Whether it's worth it to spend an S does not depend on the absolute number of points you're getting on that turn. It depends on how many more points you get by using your S as opposed to not using your S. Again, it's a subtle but very important difference. If I can score 30 with my S, but my next best reasonable play that doesn't use the S scores 12, I should absolutely use the S, because 18 is way too much in almost all circumstances to give up for not playing an S. If I can score 30 with the S, but I can score 26 without the S with a similar play, well, then I should probably score 26 and keep the S, because an S should be worth more than 4. Again, it's not how many points you're getting, it's how many more you get for the S. And now I can get 5 less for the S without the S if I play DAP here, but it comes at an additional cost, because CIU sucks as a leaf. So you have to think about not just am I getting rid of the S, but what baggage am I keeping along with the S or getting rid of if I do play off the S. And in this case, the S does help me get rid of a decent amount of baggage. So I think this is a reasonable play. Capsid I slightly prefer, but this is fine. Yeah, Zoea here is best by a mile. Finally, an easy turn. Dace looks best by a mile. No, I'm actually playing very well this game. I'm happy to hear that, at least for now. This turn was tough, too. Potham is playable, but yeah, I'm okay with... Oh, again, I managed to avoid... I don't think I even got an R somehow. Wow. Yeah, I didn't get any of these Rs, which is honestly a little bit of a bad break, I feel like. But, yeah, I mean, with 5 Rs left and a floating N, this is super strong. And again, Handmade just runs into a lot of issues. Because now if I keep IO, Rs are actually pretty bad. IOR starts to sound pretty ugly. And with 5 Rs playing 5 tiles, I'm probably going to pick up at least 1 or 2 of them. I think O is fine here. And, alright, the bot plays Laborer. Wow, gave up a lot. Interesting. Over Neuraler. Why did he give up so many points? Was it that concerned about me bingoing through the P? I mean, with this, you give back some stuff through the L. I don't know. Not sure I would be so confident that the bot is winning. I mean, as we saw, I could have actually tied. This is an interesting decision. I mean, 13's a lot, guys, to give up. In a position where, yeah, you're definitely the heavy favorite if I don't bingo, but it doesn't feel like a lock. And if I do bingo back, those extra 13 are pretty nice. I mean, to just block a P when there's still a nice line for 7s down the B column and Laborer does still create some other openings. And unless there's some other benefit I'm missing, I mean, this doesn't have any liability. There's no X or Z or anything left. This is what I would have done. Yeah, I don't fully understand the rationale for sacrificing 13 points. Like, I don't deny Laborer is better positionally, but 13 is a lot. Like I said, in a position where you're not just a lock if your opponent doesn't bingo. There's even a sneaky line through this N and Nervy, too. Oh, yeah, this turn was tough, too, though. I mean... Am I supposed to do this and go for M plays? I just didn't feel... Maybe I underestimated my ability to come back without a bingo here. I was very locked into bingoing. Both this turn and my next turn. And it cost me on my next turn, we know that. Yeah, here is this better than me? If the bot has the F, it's basically GG. That's the problem. The bot just drew 7 tiles. Yeah, same with any of these plays. This seems not smart. I also don't want to get rid of too many vowels. It's a slightly consonant-heavy pool. I don't think wit is terrible. I mean, that T line could have proved useful, like we saw with ailment. Unfortunately, the bot was just able to block everything. Yeah, if there weren't 2 T's left, I feel like it would be stronger. With 2 T's left, it loses a little bit of its value. Maybe I should just do this, but again, if the bot has the F, it's GG, almost certainly. And even if it doesn't, like, I feel like I do this and then I score 30. The bot has 2 turns in the interim. I just didn't see myself winning here without a bingo. And yeah, here, once again, metal is the key miss. Metal going for nitwit. I mean, I guess I'm not too mad about that. That is really hard to see. Really, really hard. I mean, my plan almost worked here. Unfortunately, the bot was just able to block everything at the same time. And then I flagged, but I'll just count it as 379 to 329. That's fine. But yeah, obviously I go out there, I get like 18 more spread points, but it's not a huge deal. Very good game though. A lot of tough turns, a lot of educational turns. Overall, I'm honestly pretty happy with how I played. It would have been really cool to get metal down and get the tie, so it's a bit of a shame, but you know, it's a little low on time, and that's just super hard to see. You know, that's a position that's challenging because there's 2 potential paths to victory or tying, right? There's going for a bingo, and then there's going the outscoring route, and it's just so hard to parse all the possibilities and figure out which is better there. And I just did not see nitwit. That's a really tricky extension to see. So bummer, but all right, still really good game there. BestBot gets this one. We fall to 18 and 27, but hopefully we can have another interesting game on Wednesday, and hopefully that one goes our way. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this game, and I will see you all soon for the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.